from Blues Stadium in Nashville. The Nashville Blues host the Denver Rocketeers. Here are the starting lineups. First for the visiting Denver Rocketeers, managed by G. Ash. Batting first, playing right field, number 17, Tyler Townsley. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 1, Nerva. Batting third, playing left field, number 2, Oliver Rosa. Batting cleanup, playing first base, number 21, Jonathan Stevens. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 24, Javier Martinez. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 25, Tony Batista. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Jorge Cuellar, number 4. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 9, Xavier Little. Batting ninth, playing third base, number 97, Bobby Scott. And the starting pitcher for the Denver Rocketeers, number 36, the right-hander, Damian Serrano. In 7 games, his record is 2-4. His ERA is 4.87, with a 1.62 whip. His strikeouts per 9 is 4.2. His walks per 9 is 4.0. He's 34 years old. And now the starting lineups for the homestanding Nashville Blues, managed by F. Hernandez. Batting first, playing center field, number 9, Andres Salas. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 17, Jordan Arteaga. Batting third, playing left field, number 22, Brett Petrillo. Batting cleanup, playing third base, number 20, Jose Orozco. Batting fifth, playing right, the designated hitter today, number 19, Kevin Walker. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 78, Ricardo Espinoza. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 32, Tyreek Morrison. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 34, Joe Marriott. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 12, Carlos Chavez. And the starting pitcher for the Nashville Blues, the left-hander, number 38, Antonio Hernandez. His record in 6 games is 4-2, with an earned run average of 3.99, a 1.25 whip. His strikeouts per 9 is 5.6. His walks per 9 is 2.3. He's 31 years old. 21,000 fans in the stands, clear sky, 66 degrees, wind blowing out to center at 8 miles per hour. The Nashville Blues have a record of 18-14. They're first place in the ABC Central Division. Their home record is 10-5. The Denver Rocketeers have a record of 18-14, which is second place in the ABC Western Division, and they are in first position in the wild card. Their road record is 5-7. Let's play ball. Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to Blues Stadium. Tonight, Nashville meets Denver. The second place Rocketeers are 18-14. Nashville also is 18-14, good enough for first in the American Baseball Conference Central Division. These teams meet for the first time this season. It's 66 degrees under clear skies, hitter-friendly conditions with the wind blowing out to center. First pitch is coming up. Antonio Hernandez goes for Nashville. He enters the contest with 4 wins and 2 losses and a pitching BOPIP of 268. Hernandez is 4th in wins in the ABC with 4. Here's Tyler Townsley, the 1-2 pitch, and he strikes out swinging for the first out. And we're underway. Let's look at the defense for the Nashville Blues. In left field, Brett Petrillo, probably their best player. In center field, Andres Salas. He's their hottest player. In right field, Tyreek Morrison. At third base, Jose Orozco. At shortstop, Jordan Ortega. Joe Marriott, the Gold Glover, at second base. And Ricardo Espinosa at first. The battery, Carlos Chavez behind the plate. And on the mound, left-hander Antonio Hernandez. Let's see what he's throwing. 3 pitches, a slider, curveball, and a cutter. The curveball is his best pitch. Slider and cutter rated at 50, curveball at 60. He has good stamina, and he holds runners reasonably well. Boy Nerva will take the plate. The DH is hitting .385 on the season, 3 home runs, 26 runs batted in. He has 3 stolen bases. Left-hand pitcher Hernandez facing the lefty Nerva. Here's the first pitch. That's on the ground to third. He scoops it up, throws across the diamond in time for the second out. Third baseman Jose Orozco for Nashville makes a fine play. 2 out, the right-hand hitter Oliver Rosa will come to the plate. He's cold of late. He's hitting .247 on the season, 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. The right-hand hitter facing the lefty Hernandez. Here's the 1-0. That's in the air. Right field, he's racing in for it, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nothing across for Nashville. Actually, for Denver. Denver is up. And now Nashville, the homestanding Blues, will come to the plate. So the Rocketeers go down in order. And now let's look at the defense for the Denver Rocketeers. In left field is Oliver Rosa. Xavier Little in center field, a Blue player, and Tyler Townsley over in right. Bobby Scott at third base, the Gold Glover. Jorge Cuellar at short. Javier Martinez at second base. And Jonathan Stevens is at first. He's a Gold Glover. The battery, Tony Batista behind the plate. And right-hand hitter Damian Serrano, the Gold Glove pitcher, is on the mound, the right-hander. Let's see what he's throwing. He has 3 pitches, a fastball, curveball, and a splitter. Curveball and splitter are both rated at 65 with a 45 fastball. Decent stamina, and he holds runners reasonably well. Good defender. He is an extremely hard worker. Andres Salas will lead it off for the Nashville Blues here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch, the 1-0. The pitcher has struck out 19 in 40 2/3 innings. That's on the ground to short, sharply hit. He picks it up, takes his time, throws the first in time for the out. Shortstop Jorge Cuellar for Denver makes a play. Here's the right-hand hitting Jordan Ortega. The number 2 hitter is the shortstop. He's hitting .322, 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Righty versus righty. Here's the first pitch. That's in the air on the infield. The shortstop will catch the pop-up for the second out. Cuellar makes the play for Denver. 2 out. Left-hand hitter Brett Petrillo will come to the plate. The left fielder is hitting .308, 2 home runs, 15 runs batted in. He has 8 stolen bases on the season. 2 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Full count. That's on the ground past the first baseman in the right field for a base hit. So Petrillo is on with a 2-out base knock. And the left-hand cleanup hitter, Jose Orozco, will step to the plate. He's on a heater. He's hitting .355 on the year, 4 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Righty Serrano versus the left-hand hitting Orozco. Here's the 2-0. That's low, runner going, and they will throw him out at second base. He's caught stealing, and that ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody now left on. We played an inning, and there's no score. Top of the second inning. For Denver, it'll be Stevens, Martinez, and Batista, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Left-hand pitching Antonio Hernandez has thrown 8 pitches in his 1 inning of work. He's struck out 1 batter. Here's the left-hander versus the right-hand hitting Stevens. Here's the full count pitch. The payoff. He swings and misses, strike 3, and that's the first out. 1 away, the batter, right-hand hitter Javier Martinez. The number 5 hitter is the second baseman. He's hitting .294 on the year, 1 home run and 9 runs batted in, 4 stolen bases. Lefty versus righty. Here's the first pitch. That's in the air. Left fielder racing toward the infield, and he'll make the catch for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. Here's the right-hand hitting Tony Batista. The catcher is hitting .309. 1 home run, 11 runs batted in. Lefty versus righty. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He checks his swing, but it's a called strike, and that retires the side. Denver goes down in order. Rocketeers and Blues still scoreless. Bottom of the second inning for Nashville, it'll be Orozco, Walker, and Espinoza coming to the plate, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Right-hand pitcher Damian Serrano for Denver has thrown 12 pitches in his 1 inning of work. He has not walked or struck out anyone. He's allowed 1 hit. Here's Jose Orozco stepping to the plate. Righty versus the left-hand hitter. Here's the first pitch. That's up the middle, and the second baseman tries to get it, dives for it, and cannot make a play. They scored a single, and the leadoff man is on. So the cleanup hitter, Jose Orozco, is at first base. He is not a base-stealing threat. The right-hand hitter, Kevin Walker, will step to the plate. Walker's hitting .304, 3 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Righty versus righty. Here's the first pitch. He's hit sharply to left field, and he will make a play for the out. The runner does not advance. Oliver Rosa in left makes the play for Denver. Bottom of the second inning, no score. 1 out. Runner on first base. The batter, right-hand hitter Ricardo Espinoza. He's the number 6 hitter. The first baseman is hitting .196 on the year, 2 home runs and 11 runs batted in. Righty versus righty. Here's the first pitch. He hits that up the middle. That's a base hit. Center fielder has it. The runner on second will stop there. And there are 2 men on with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Third hit of the game for the Blues. Nashville is known to be a very strong hitting offensive team. 2 men on, 1 out. Left-hand hitting Tyreek Morrison will come to the plate. The number 7 hitter is the right fielder. He's hitting .286 on the year. 3 home runs and 5 runs batted in. Right-hander Serrano faces the left-hander Morrison. Here's the 0-1. That's hit in the air, and it's a line drive. The third baseman catches it, and that's the second out. Hit hard, but right at him. Bobby Scott for Denver makes the play at third. He's the Gold Glove third baseman. Right-hand hitting Joe Marriott will come to the plate. 2 out now, 2 men on. He's the number 8 hitter. The second baseman is hitting .284 on the season. 1 home run, 11 runs batted in. Righty versus righty. Here's the first pitch. That's on the ground the second. He scoops it up. He'll make the play at first, and that retires the side. They get base runners, but do not score. Still no score after 2 innings. For the Rocketeers, it'll be Cuellar, Little, and Scott due up. Left-hand pitcher Antonio Hernandez versus the right-hand hitting Cuellar. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's on the ground to third. He scoops it. Makes a fine throw to first in time for the first out. That ball was sharply hit, and third baseman Jose Orozco for the Nashville Blues makes a fine play to first baseman Ricardo Espinoza. 1 away. Here's the left-hand hitting Xavier Little. Lefty versus lefty. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the delivery. That's on the ground the second. He picks it up, throws the first in time. 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Here's the right-hand hitting Bobby Scott, the number 9 hitter. The third baseman is hitting .270 on the year. 1 homer, 15 runs batted in. Lefty versus righty. 2 out, nobody on. The full count pitch. In the air on the infield. The third baseman is on the infield grass, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nothing across for Denver. We go to the bottom of the third, and there's no score. For Nashville, it'll be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Chavez, Salas, and Arteaga due up. Here's Carlos Chavez. He doesn't have an at-bat. His first at-bat. First plate appearance. Righty versus righty. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's in the air, hit sharply to right, but it's right at him. And he catches the line drive for the first out. Fastball at 88 miles an hour. Right-hand hitting Andre Salas, the leadoff man, comes to the plate. He's hitting .412 on the year. I believe he's leading the Action Baseball League in batting average. He has 1 home run, 12 runs batted in. He's stolen 4 bases. 1 out, nobody on, righty versus righty. Here's the first pitch. He gets that between the first and second baseman into right field for a base hit. A 1-out base hit for Andre Salas. Good speed at first. And the batter is the right-hand hitting Jordan Arteaga. The number 2 hitter is the shortstop. He's 0 for 1. Righty versus righty. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Damian Serrano now has 20 strikeouts this season. Left-hand hitting Brett Petrillo will come to the plate. 2 out now, a man on first, no score. Righty versus the left-hand hitter. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 completed Blue Stadium, and there's nothing on the scoreboard. Top of the 4th inning. The Rocketeers will send the top of the order. Townsley, Neva, and Rosa. I believe Hernandez has faced the minimum. Here's the pitch, the 2-2. Gets that on the ground to third. It's sharply, and he throws it to first, and he can't handle the throw. And they will charge the third baseman with an error. The runner will advance to second base. Jose Orozco is charged with the error. Let's take a look at that play. Hit the third. Was hit to him quickly. He made a snap throw, and the first baseman could not handle the throw. The difficulty of the play is rated at 4 stars, but he's still charged with the miscue. So Tyler Townsley for Denver is at second base without the benefit of a hit. The left-hand hitting Boboy Nerva will step to the plate. He's hitting .382 on the season, 3 home runs, 26 runs batted in. He's 0 for 1 today. Lefty versus lefty. Here's the 1-ball, no-strike pitch. That's in the air in foul ground. The catcher has it, and he's out. First out of the inning. The number 3 hitter, Oliver Rosa, will step to the plate. The right-hand hitter is 0 for 1 today. Man on second, 1 out. No score. Lefty versus the right-hand hitter is the pitch. He's 192 with runners in scoring position. Sharply hit to the shortstop. He makes the play near second and throws him out. The runner advances to third base, Townsley. 2 out now. Denver has a runner 90 feet away. There's no score. The right-hand hitting Jonathan Stevens will step to the plate. He's the cleanup hitter. He's 0 for 1. Left-hand pitcher versus the right-hand hitter. Full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and there's no score. For the Blues, it will be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Orozco, Walker, and Espinosa. In 3 innings of work, Damian Serrano for Denver has thrown 32 pitches. He's allowed 4 hits, he's walked no one, and struck out 2 batters. Here's the left-hand hitting Jesse Orozco facing the righty Serrano. The no-ball, 1-strike pitch, hit on the ground to third. Scoops it up, throws the first in time, and that's the first out. Bobby Scott, the Gold Glover for Denver, makes the fine play. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Kevin Walker. That's hit in the air to center field, and that's not going to be caught. That's going to hit the wall on the fly, and that's extra bases. He slides into second with a double. Kevin Walker with the extra base hit, and there's a 1-out double. A man in scoring position for Nashville. Nashville has no runs on 5 hits and 1 error. Denver is without a hit thus far. Ricardo Espinosa at the plate, righty versus righty. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Checks his swing, and they say he went around. Strike 3. 2 out now. Kevin Walker is the go-ahead run at second base. Bottom of the 4th inning, no score. The left-hand hitting Tyreek Morrison will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Righty versus lefty. Here's the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Inning over. The Blues get nothing on 1 hit. We played 4 and there's no score. Top of the 5th. For Denver, it'll be Martinez, Batista, and Cuellar due up, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. 4 innings of work for Antonio Hernandez for Nashville. He's thrown 44 pitches. He has allowed no hits. He's hasn't walked anyone, and he has struck out 4. Lefty versus righty. Here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out. Fifth strikeout for Antonio Hernandez for Nashville, for the Nashville Blues. Right-hand hitting Tony Batista comes to the plate for Denver. He's the number 6 hitter. He's 0 for 1 today. Lefty versus righty. Here's the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. That's it in the air to right field. Moves towards center. Makes the catch for the second out. Right-hand hitting Jorge Cuellar will step to the plate. The number 7 hitter is the shortstop. He's 0 for 1. Lefty versus righty. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch. That's on the ground toward the second baseman. He charges it, and he was scored a single. He couldn't make a play. Has to eat it. The Rocketeers finally get a hit here in the top of the 5th inning. So Cuellar's at first base, not a threat to steal. The left-hand hitting Xavier Little will come to the plate. Lefty versus lefty. No balls, 1 strike. He hits it on the ground to short. He ranges and makes a play. He'll go to first and get him to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, still no score. For Nashville, it'll be the 8-9 and leadoff man. Marriott, Chavez, and Salas due up. Righty versus righty. Joe Marriott at the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's hit sharply to left field, and that's a base hit. That'll get to the wall. That'll be extra bases. He jogs into second base and slides in safely. A leadoff double for Joe Marriott for Nashville. That's the 6th hit for the Blues. Right-hand hitter Carlos Chavez will come to the plate. The catcher is the number 9 hitter. He's hitting 103 on the year. He's 0 for 1 today. 1 run batted in. Nobody out. Runner in scoring position. Still no score. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Nashville at Blues Stadium. Here's the 0-1. That's on the ground to short. He has it. Looks the runner back to second base and throws him out at first. That's the first out. Here's the leadoff man. Right-hand hitting Andres Salas. He is 1 for 2 today. Joe Marriott at second. He's the go-ahead run. Righty versus righty. Full count. Hit to first base. He takes it, and he'll do the unassisted putout for the second out. Marriott will advance to third base. 2 out now. Runner at third base. Bottom of the 5th inning. No score. The right-hand hitting Jordan Artiga will step to the plate. He's the number 2 hitter. He's 0 for 2 today. Righty versus righty. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's it sharply in the gap, and that'll go all the way to the wall. That's extra bases. It'll score a run. He's hit it for second, and he'll get there safely without much of a play. RBI double for Arteaga, and Marriott scores. And Nashville is on the board. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Let's take a look at that one. Hit that ball sharply in the gap, and it bounced off the wall. Center fielder gets it back in, and he slides into second safely with a double. Here's the left-hand hitter Brett Petrillo. He's 1 for 2 today. Righty versus lefty. No balls, 1 strike. That's hit in the air to center field. He races a little bit toward right field, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nashville is on the board. Through 5 innings, it's 1-0. Top of the 6th inning. For the Rocketeers, it'll be the 9 leadoff man and Boboy Neva. Scott, Townsley, and Neva due up. Hernandez, in 5 innings of work, has thrown 63 pitches, allowed 1 hit, and he struck out 5 batters. He'll face right-hand hitting Bobby Scott. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike delivery. That's in the air, and the first baseman will catch it on the infield for the first out. Ricardo Espinoza, first baseman for Nashville, makes the play. Here's the leadoff man for Denver, Tyler Townsley, hitting .200 on the year, no homers, 4 runs batted in, 2 stolen bases. He's 0 for 2 today. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the 3-ball, 1-strike delivery. That's hit sharply to the first baseman on the line, and he'll catch it. And that's the second out. 2 plays by Espinoza at first base. And now here's the left-hand hitting Boy Nerva. Lefty versus lefty. 2 out, nobody on. Denver trails by a run. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the 1-2 pitch. Curveball at 72, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rocketeers. The score is still 1-0 Blues. Bottom of the 6th inning. For Nashville, it'll be Orozco, Walker, and Espinoza, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Damian Serrano for Denver, in 5 innings of work, has allowed 7 hits, 1 earned run, no walks. 4 people have been struck out. Righty versus lefty. Here's the 0-1. That's it in the air to the second baseman, and he'll catch the line drive for the first out. Javier Martinez for Denver makes a play at second base. Here's the right-hand hitting Kevin Walker, the number 5 hitter. He's the DH today. He's hitting .310. He is 1 for 2. Righty versus righty, 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's in the air to center field. He's racing a little bit in toward the infield. Makes the catch for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. He's the right-hand hitting Ricardo Espinoza, the number 6 hitter. The first baseman is 1 for 2 today. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that misses, ball 4. And he'll take his base. That is the first walk given up by Damian Serrano. Ricardo Espinoza is not a threat to steal. The left-hand hitting Tyreek Morrison will come to the plate. He's the number 7 hitter. He's 0 for 2 today. Righty versus lefty. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Hit on the ground to third and is by him into left field for a base hit. It'll go all the way to the wall. That's extra bases. He jogs into second base. The runner on third will stop there. And a 2-out double by Morrison puts 2 runners in scoring position here for Nashville. Let's look at the replay. Ball was hit sharply by the third baseman. On into left field, goes all the way to the wall, picks it up and gets it back in. The runner is now able to score from third. And with 2 out, then Nashville has runners in scoring position and a chance to increase their lead. Right-hand hitting Joe Marriott will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today, hitting .289, a homer and 11 runs batted in this season. Righty versus righty. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. He swings and misses. Strike 3. Side retired. No runs on 1 hit or walk. 2 runners left on. The score is still 1-0 Blues over the Rocketeers. Top of the 7th inning. For Denver, it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Rosa, Stevens, and Martinez due up. Lefty Antonio Hernandez, in 6 innings of work, has thrown 76 pitches. He's allowed 1 hit, and he struck out 6. Right-hand hitter Oliver Rosa steps in. He is 0 for 2. Denver trails by a run here in the top of the 7th inning. Lefty versus righty. Here's the full count payoff pitch. That's low, ball 4. He walked him. So the leadoff man is on. He's not a real threat to steal. Nobody out, top of the 7th inning. Denver trails by 1. The tying runs at first base. Here's the right-hand hitting Jonathan Stevens, the number 4 hitter, the cleanup man. 0 for 2 today. Lefty versus righty. Here's the first pitch. Puts it on the ground to the third baseman. He picks it up. He'll throw to second base and get the force play on the lead runner. Fielder's choice, 5-4 for the first out of the inning. So the batter Stevens is at first on the fielder's choice, and the right-hand hitting Javier Martinez will step in. He's the number 5 hitter, 0 for 2. Lefty versus righty. First pitch. In the air, right field. It'll get down for a base hit. The runner on second had to make sure it wasn't caught, so he'll stop at second. 1 out, 2 men on for Denver here in the top of the 7th, and the right-hand hitting Tony Batista will step in. He's 0 for 2, the catcher. Lefty versus righty. Stevens at second base, Martinez at first. The go-ahead run at first base. Here's the 1-1. That's in the air, and that's a base hit to center field. Runner on third is rounding third. He's hit it home. There'll be a play at the plate, and he's safe. We got a tie ball game. RBI single. Look at the replay. Tony Batista hits an RBI single to center field and ties up this game at 1 apiece. Right-hand hitter Jorge Cuellar will step in. He's the number 7 hitter. He's 1 for 2. Hitting .326 on the year. He's 1 for 2 today. He's 1 home run and 5 runs batted in on the season. Top of the 7th inning, tie game, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. That's on the ground. Shortstop does not have it. It's in the center for a base hit. Runner on third hit his own. Play at the plate. And it's a bad throw. And they will charge the center fielder with an error on the throw. The Cuellar single scores 1. And it's now 2-1 Denver here in the top of the 7th inning. They've taken the lead. There were no hit through 5, and now they lead 2-1. Look at the replay on that one. That ball is hit up the middle, past the shortstop, and the throw home is mishandled by the catcher. They charge the center fielder with an error. It's 5 stars of play difficulty, but he gets the E8. Andre Salas in center field. 2 men in scoring position, only 1 out. The infield is drawn in. The batter, left-hand hitting Xavier Little. He's 0 for 2. Slightly tired today. Here's the no ball, 1 strike pitch. That's on the ground. The pitcher has it. He throws the first, a high throw, but the first baseman handles it. And that's the second out. Runners do not advance. Good play by the first baseman, Ricardo Espinoza, to handle that high throw from the pitcher, Antonio Hernandez. 2 out, 2 men in scoring position for Denver. They lead now by a run. The batter, right-hand hitting Bobby Scott, the number 9 hitter. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, no strike. That's in the air on the infield. First baseman has a play, and he'll make the catch of the pop-up, and the inning is over. The Rocketeers scored 2 runs on 3 hits, and they now lead 2-1. Everyone is invited to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Bottom of the 7th inning, the Nashville Blues now trail by a run, 2-1. Denver has 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Nashville has 1 run on 8 hits and 2 errors. The Blues will send up the 9, 1, and 2 hitters, Chavez, Salas, and Ortega, due up. Right-hand pitcher Damian Serrano, 6 innings of work, has thrown 80 pitches. 8 hits allowed, 1 earned run. He's walked 1 and struck out 5. Here's Carlos Chavez. He's 0 for 2. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and miss. Strike 3. First out of the inning. Strikeout number 6 for Serrano. Right-hand hitter Andre Salas, the leadoff man, will step in. He's 1 for 3, hitting .414 on the year. Righty versus righty. The 2-2. He hits that sharply into left field for a base hit. 1 out base knock for Salas. And he's at first. Decent speed at first base. You have to keep him close. Here's the left-hand hitting Hector Chavez. Pinch hitting. Chavez on the year is hitting .164. 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. Righty versus the left-hand hitter. Man on first, the tying run. Here's the first pitch. He hits that in the air on the infield, and the first baseman on the infield grass will make the catch, and that's the second out. The loss will remain at first. 2 out now. The left-hand hitter Brett Petrillo will step in, the number 3 hitter, hitting .309 on the year. He's 1 for 3 today. Man on first, 2 out. The 1-2 pitch. The runner's going to throw to second, and he's out at second base. Caught stealing. Andre Salas. The 7th inning's over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left on. Denver still up 2-1. Top of the 8th inning. For Denver, it'll be Tyler Townsley, Nerva, and Rosa due up. Left-hand hitting Antonio Hernandez in 7 innings of work has thrown 92 pitches. 4 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. He's walked 1 and struck out 6. He's still in there. Right-hand hitter Townsley, the leadoff man, now ready. Here's the 0-1. That's on the ground, it's short. He picks it up, throws the first. High throw, but he handles it. 1 out. He'll give in Ricardo Espinosa a workout at first base today. But he's handled himself well. 1 away, the left-hand hitting Nerva, Boy will step to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Lefty versus lefty. The 2-0. Hit that in the air, and that's a base hit to left. A dying quail to left field, and Boy is on first base. 1 out. Good speed on first. Here's the right-hand hitting Oliver Rosa, the number 3 hitter, 0 for 2. He's in a cold spell. Lefty versus righty, 2-0 pitch. That's hit sharply in the center field, but he's there, and he'll make the catch for the second out. Runner on first retreats. Top of the 8th inning, Denver leads Nashville 2-1. Battle of contenders. Both have 18 wins on the young season. Boy Nerva at first base. The batter left-hand hitting Jonathan Stevens. He's the cleanup hitter. 0 for 3 today. Righty versus lefty. The first pitch. That's low. Runner going. And they have him caught stealing. Side retired. Boy Nerva is caught stealing second base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Denver leads Nashville 2-1. For the Blues, it'll be Petrillo, Orozco, and Walker, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, coming to the plate. They trail by a run. Toronto has thrown 100 pitches in 7 innings of work. He's given up 9 hits, 1 earned run, walked 1, struck out 6. Here's the full count pitch to Brett Petrillo. Gets that sharply in the left field for a base hit. The leadoff man is on. And there'll be a pitching change for the Rocketeers. Michael Castillo will come to the mound, the right-hand pitcher. He has two pitches, a curveball rated at 85 and a cutter rated at 80. Not big on holding on runners. And decent on defense. Left-hand hitting Jose Orozco. The cleanup hitter is at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with Petrillo at first. He's the go-ahead run, Orozco. Nobody out. Man on first. Bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the full count pitch. And that's hit in the air to the shortstop, and he'll catch it on the fly for the first out. Jorge Cuellar for Denver makes the play at short. 1 out. Right-hand hitting Kevin Walker will come to the plate. He's the DH. He's 1 for 3. Petrillo at first. Here's the pitch. That's hit sharply into right field. That ball is carrying, and it will leave the yard. A 2-run home run for Kevin Walker. And the Blues will snatch a 3-2 lead. And that gets the crowd into it. Let's look at the tail of the tape. 349 feet, 92 miles an hour off the bat, 29-degree angle, a 94-mile-an-hour cutter from pitcher Michael Castillo, delivered into the seats by Kevin Walker. He'll touch them all. Good old number 19 for the Blues. Bottom of the 8th inning. Now Nashville leads 3-2. Right-hand hitting Ricardo Espinosa, the first baseman, will step in. He's the number 6 hitter. He's 1 for 2. So Castillo delivers a long ball. I guess that's a blown state or not a hold. I don't know what they call it. Okay. 1 out. Nobody on. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And he misses, ball 4. Walked him on 4 pitches. He's not helping. Ricardo Espinosa, not a threat to steal. Left-hand hitting Tyreek Morrison will come to the plate. 1 out. Nashville leads by a run now. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. He gets that sharply past the third baseman in the left fielder, base hit. The runner on second is headed for third. There's no throw, and he'll jog into second base. They scored a double. So Morrison doubles. Ricardo Espinosa is at third base. Only 1 out, and here's the right-hand hitting Joe Maria. He's 1 for 3. Righty versus righty. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's low. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded with 1 out. Nashville threatening to break it open here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Right-hand hitter Carlos Chavez will come to the plate. The number 9 hitter is hitting .097 on the year. He's 0 for 3 today. Righty versus righty. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's 2 outs. The infield seems to be drawn in. The bases are loaded. Nashville leads 3-2. Here's the batter, Andres Salas, the leadoff man. He's 2 for 4 today. Here's the 1 ball, no strike pitch. That's it on the ground to third. He has it. He'll go to second, get the force play, and that retires the side. 8 men bat for the Blues, with 2 of them scoring. The Blues jump out in front, 3-2. We go to the top of the 9th inning. The Blues are 3 outs away from a home win. They send up the closer to the mound, Joe Berger. Hill has a fastball slider combination. Slider is his best pitch. Great stamina. Doesn't hold runners particularly well. Hopefully he won't have any to hold. 45 rated defense. Hill is very intelligent. He'll face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Denver. Stevens, Martinez, and Batista due up. 2 runs on 5 hits for Denver. 3 runs on 12 hits and 2 errors for Nashville. Left-hand hitter Stevens steps to the plate versus the righty Berger. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. The hardest he throws is in the upper 80s. He's recorded 5 saves this season. Here's the pitch. That misses, ball 4, and he walks the leadoff hitter. So Stevens at first base, not a real base-stealing threat. Right-hand hitter Javier Martinez is at the plate. Righty versus righty. 1 ball, 1 strike. The delivery. Hit in the air to right field. He's there to make a play, and he catches it. The runner on first acts like he's going to try for second, but he wisely remains at first base. That's the first out. Here's the right-hand hitting Tony Batista. He's 1 for 3 today with a run batted in. 1 out, 1 on. The tying run is at first base. The go-ahead run's at the plate. Here's the right-hand hitting batter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's hit sharply past the second baseman in the right field for a hit. The runner's headed for third. There'll be a play, and he's safe. With 1 out, Denver has runners on the corners. The tying runs at third. The go-ahead runs at first. The batter, right-hand hitting Jorge Cuellar. The number 7 hitter is 2 for 3 today with a run batted in. Righty versus righty. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit a run-scoring single in the game. He checks his swing, and it's a called strike 3. They say he went around. That's the second out. Well, it comes down to this. Runners at the corners. Top of the 9th inning. Denver trails by a run. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run at first. The batter. Left-hand hitting Xavier Little. Hitting .320 on the year. He's 0 for 3 today. Right-hand pitcher versus the left-hand hitter. Here's the first pitch. That's hit sharply. It's a base hit past a diving first baseman. The run will score. There's a play at third base, and the throw is errant. The runner is hit it home, and he will score. An error is charged to the right fielder. And what a turn of events. Denver now leads 4-3. Let's take a look at that play. Nashville fans are stunned. 5-star play difficulty. He hits the ball past the diving first baseman in the right field. The right fielder tries to make a play at third on the runner, and he makes a bad throw. The runner gets up, heads for home, and he's safe at home. 2 runs score, and Denver leads 4-3 on the road. So 2 out. Xavier Little at second base. Denver leads by a run. The right-hand hitting Bobby Scott, the number 9 hitter, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3. So Joe Berger does not get the job done. The closer for the Nashville Blues. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike delivery. That's in the air to the center fielder, running toward the infield. He'll make the catch to retire the side. The Rocketeers get 2, and they've gone in front 4-3. Bottom of the 9th inning for Nashville. 1 to tie, 2 to win. Now Denver will send their closer to the mound. Pat Jellison will take the hill. The right-hand pitcher. He has 4 pitches fastball, not highly rated, a 60 curveball, a 70 changeup, and a 25 splitter. Changeup is his best pitch. Decent stamina, holds runner reasonably well. Not a great defender. The right-hand hitter, Gabe Escobedo, will step to the plate. He is the shortstop replacement. He's hitting .219 on the year. No homer, 6 runs batted in. Righty versus righty. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nashville trails by a run. That has struck out 9 and walked 5, 12 and 2/3 innings. There's a sharply hit ball to right field, but he's there, and he'll make the catch. Near the warning track. First out. He hit that hard, but it's caught. Here's the left-hand hitting Brett Petrillo, the number 3 hitter, hitting .315 on the year. 2 homers, 15 runs batted in. He's 2 for 4 today. Right-hand pitcher versus the left-hand hitter. Full count. Here's the payoff. That's hit sharply over a leaping second baseman into right field for a base hit. Petrillo with his 3rd hit of the day. Is on first base with 1 out. Great speed aboard. A 90 rated base stealer. Here's the left-hand hitting Orozco. He's 1 for 4. 1 out, 1 on. Tying run at first. Winning run at the plate. Here's the 2-2. He gets that in the air. Left fielder is racing back for it, and he'll make the catch on the warning track for the 2nd out. That ball was hit hard. Tying run at first base. 2 out. Bottom of the 9th inning. Nashville trails by a run. Right-hand hitting Kevin Walker will step in. He's the number 5 hitter. The DH is 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 runs batted in. Righty versus righty. Here's the 1 ball, no strike pitch. That's in the air. Center fielder is racing toward the infield. He'll make the catch, and that's your ball game. The Rocketeers edge the Blues 4-3 in a fine road win for Denver. They try to keep pace with the red-hot Las Vegas Gamblers. Nashville in first place will now lose a half game on those that trailed them. Thank you for sitting with me as I sit in with this ball game. Take a look at it, enjoy it. Let's look at the totals for today's contest. First for the victorious Denver Rocketeers, now 19-14. 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Denver left 5 men on base. Nashville had 3 runs on 13 hits, 3 errors. They left 11 men on base. Let's look at anybody with multiple hits in this contest. For Denver, Tony Batista had 2 hits and a run scored. Jorge Cuellar, 2 hits and an RBI. For Nashville, Kevin Walker had 2 hits, a run scored, 2 runs batted in. Tyreek Morrison had 2 hits. And Brett Petrillo went 3 for 5 in a losing effort. Take a look at the pitchers. A lot of caught stealings. Boy Nerva was caught for Denver, and Andre Salas, his 3rd caught stealing, and Petrillo thrown out for the 8th time this year. Pitchers. Winning pitcher is Michael Castillo. He gets a blown save, his 3rd, and the win. He's now 3-3. Pitched an inning, Allowed 2 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 home run allowed, 28 pitches thrown, 5.6 ERA. The save goes to Pat Jellison, his 4th. 1 inning pitch, 1 hit allowed, 18 pitches thrown, 5.93 ERA. The losing pitcher, the closer Joe Berger for Nashville. He has his first blown save and his record is now 0-1. 1 inning of work, 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run. He walked 1, struck out 1. 22 pitches thrown. His earned run average is 1.12. Player of the game, Antonio Hernandez for the Blues, the starter. He went 7 2/3, 5 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. He walked 1, struck out 6. He threw 100 pitches. His earned run average is 3.72. Rocketeers run win streak to 6. Yeah, they came in with a 5-game win streak. The Nashville Blues got a sterling performance from pitcher Antonio Hernandez. But the Denver Rocketeers still prevailed 4-3. Hernandez threw 7 2/3 innings of 5-hit ball. Pat Jellison earned the save for Denver, his 4th of the year. This win makes it 6 in a row for Denver. Xavier Little, the center fielder, made it 4-3 in favor of Denver when he delivered a 2-run single. It came with 2 out in the top of the 9th. The Rocketeers went on to win. The vibe's good, said Denver manager Greg Ash. We've got to keep it going. Once again, the final score, the Denver Rocketeers 4 and the Nashville Blues lose at home 3. This is the Sim Baseball Vision.